My name's Eric, and I'd like to welcome you to Eric's Electronics. This is a YouTube channel that I've created to do a couple of things. The first motivation for me is to teach a new generation about old technology. Old technology is actually pretty cool these days. Guitar amps, audio amplifiers, vintage radios, all these things are great old technology that people are rediscovering and enjoying getting their hands back into. And so we're going to go into some of that stuff. So I've got two goals. The first is to teach basic electronics. How do these things work? How do the various components work? How do they interact? And what you're going to be hearing from me will be really basically a retread of Mr. Schmidt, my high school electronics teacher, his lectures that he gave me 40 years ago. So that's going to be number one. We're going to learn some basic electronics. Let me emphasize, I'm not a serious radio engineer. I'm a hobbyist. I know more than you maybe, but there are some guys out on the internet who are genuine experts. I think of my hero in this regard, Paul Carlson of Mr. Carlson's lab, who does an excellent job, but he does get a little technical. So what my goal here is to try and teach people like you what I'm learning and have learned. And so that's the idea. So we're going to learn some basic how these things work sort of stuff. And we're going to do that through actually the restoration of a few projects, old things like radios, amplifiers, and interspersed in all of that, we'll be taking on some minor projects. Things like just how do you do some very simple things? How do you use a soldering iron? What is it to replace a battery in a complex device? These kinds of things. And so that's the idea. Two goals. One, to learn some electronics, and two, to actually show you some restorations. I hope you will enjoy the ride with me because it's going to be kind of a journey. I hope that you'll join me as we go through these various restoration projects, learning a little bit about electronics on the way. And if you are impressed, go ahead, give it a like down below or subscribe, preferably both, and we'll see you next time.